Well, the vice presidential debate took place last night at Longwood University in Farmville, Virginia. Critics have announced Republican Indiana Governor Mike Pence the winner. Donald Trump's vice presidential nominee did bump heads with his Democratic rival Virginia, Senator Tim Kaine, in a calmer way than Donald Trump, leaving some to wonder, should Pence be the one running for president? Now, if you missed any part of the debate, well, this is your chance to catch up as we are joined by our political commentators, J.C. Polanco, professor at Borough Manhattan Community College, and Dominic Carter, reporter at Regional News Network. And we welcome you both gentlemen to the show.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good to have you back again. So it is the morning after. And J.C., I'll let you start. The thought is that Pence walks away the victor. Your thought?
Yes, I think that Pence won the debate last night. It's important that your viewers, when they watch these debates, they watch them and look for a style, look for who's presidential, look for who answers the questions, and who seems to comport themselves in a manner that is worthy of being vice president. And I think Pence won that last night. I do. Kaine has said many things that I've said on this show attacking Trump. I'm an ever Trump Republican, so a lot of the points he was making, I was like, yeah, you did say that about Carrillo. Yeah, you did say that about the Mexican. Yeah, you did. As I went through the stuff that he was saying, but it's how he was saying it. He was interrupting Pence. He was interrupting him in a manner that was very similar to how Donald Trump interrupted Hillary Clinton and why he lost last week. So I think that people are going to, in these polls, you will see Pence won. He was prepared. And you're right. A lot of us are asking ourselves, why can't we switch Trump? Actually, just put Trump somewhere else and put Pence up to president, because I think it'll be a much more professional campaign and presidential if Pence were at the top.
Talk to me about this. Well, give me your take, because obviously a lot of people felt that Tim Pence walked away with this one. Do you agree?
I agree that Governor Pence of Indiana, Donald Trump's running mate, won, but based on what definition? It's based on expectations. The expectations, Daren, and I always say this when I come on here because I'm very proud of you and the success of this program and what you do for the community. But the expectations are so low because of Donald Trump. If Governor Pence just sat there and didn't make a fool of himself, then it was a good thing. And that's exactly what we saw last night. He did not fall off of his game. He didn't fall into Hillary's trap. He didn't let her deflect and get him off his game. So he won by the sheer definition of he was respectful, he came across as perhaps presidential, but it's only because the expectations are so low because of his running mate.
That's interesting. I didn't see it that way. And it's because a lot of us were thinking, I know I was, I said, wow, does Mike Pence have a hard job tonight? I mean, he has to go in there and basically be a criminal defense attorney for Donald Trump. This is going to be an awkward position for this lawyer to be in, because Mike Pence is an attorney. So I had these expectations. I had high expectations. I know a lot of blank voters and independent voters and guys that really don't know what to do right now said, I got to hear something from this guy because this ticket is garbage,
Well, but let me go
I think Pence went in.
Well, let's talk about the ticket for a minute. What does that do? Because obviously we saw the vice presidential debate. How much does that weigh on the part of voters as to who I cast my vote for? Are these debates worthless, or do they really count for something?
Normally, traditionally, historically, the VP debate means absolutely nothing.
That's true.
And I mean absolutely nothing. It's
good TV.
It dominates. It's not even that, to be honest with you. Last night was good TV, but it dominates the news cycle for a night, and then it's over and done with. It's back to the top of the ticket. This is not a traditional campaign. It is unconventional by every definition. What Pence did last night, you're going to see Trump get a bounce. Now, see, I understand the argument that Pence perhaps should have been at the top of the ticket, but it's not realistic, because if you look back at the history, Daren, there were 18 Republicans seeking the nomination. Pence would have never won the nomination. He would have never. That's why Trump, with his behavior, was so outrageous. He finally admitted what I knew from day one: the horrible comment he made about Mexican Americans or Mexicans. That comment didn't just come off the top of his head. It was planned. If you know Roger Stone, who's one of his key henchmen, and Roger plays dirty, we have been told that, expect some major announcement today that will end, the campaign of Hillary Clinton. But they planted that. Trump's whole game was, I have to be outrageous, I have to say things that no one else will say, and it will catapult me to the nomination. That's exactly what happened. But now the spotlight is on him, and he can't handle the heat.
Come to Sunday. Let's talk about Sunday's debate. What advice do you give? What should be done differently?
I think Donald Trump has to prepare for Sunday. Sunday is a whole different type of event. Sunday requires you to actually address a possible constituent, answer their question, walk around. You're now within a physical proximity of your opponent. I don't know how comfortable Donald Trump is in that environment. Every time I've seen him, he's up there in a podium of some kind or sitting next to Sean Hannity. So I don't know whether or not he's going to be able to handle just the physical nature of a town hall style debate. And furthermore, he has to prepare. He didn't prepare last time. He thought he was the man. He went in and got eaten up. I think that Hillary's a much more polished debater. If he goes in there thinking that voters want to hear about sexual allegations, about victimizing a woman that was cheated on more than she already had. Look, voters are going to be turned off. I think that's going to be his plan. I hope it's not, because he has an opportunity here to turn the table slightly. He's not that far off in some states. This could be very close in November. I think Sunday's going to be pivotal because a lot of people are home, a lot of people are watching. It's not a weeknight. The only thing is maybe in competition with some football game, but no, I think most Americans that are responsible will be watching.
And Dominic, you've said this is close, and you said that, if you're a Democrat, you really have to watch out. You talked about Hillary Clinton really having to be on her A game. So Sunday's no giveaway for her. She's got to put her work in. If you're advising her, what do you say?
Well, I agree with the point about the first debate. She ate Trump for breakfast. She set him up lovely, as perhaps I might say when I was growing up here in the Bronx. Debate 2, you better believe Team Clinton has something ready to go to throw him off his game like they did with Miss Universe. Very effective. But you better believe he's going there to the sex topic, Bill Clinton, affairs, rape. He's going to throw everything out there. It's a huge gamble. It could catapult him to the White House, but it could also make Hillary Clinton a victim again because she didn't have the affairs, her husband did.
And the problem that we had in the first debate is, with all the weaponry he had, he never really launched out talking about Benghazi. He never really launched out talking about the Clinton Foundation. Is there something that we're going to see in this? Is that the modus operandi, if you will, in this?
Of course, he has to say that. Look, the question could be on flan and cake, okay? Donald Trump has to go in there and say Benghazi. Just first thing. Like, he has there's no sequitur with him. Just Benghazi and just go right in. Emails and just go in. He has to lay those points in. Let people say he didn't answer the question, but he did make the point of Benghazi. You see that?
Right.
Exactly like Spence did.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Last night, Spence said, I don't care what you say, Kane. These are my talking points. You're not going to throw me off my game. Attack, Benghazi, emails, Hillary Clinton, no good.
Yeah, and that's right. And you know what? The tax disclosure stuff, I think, when you watch this debate on Sunday, it's important that the viewers look for style. This is about style. This is about, forget about what you're thinking. I agree or I disagree with him. Listen, we all know where you stand and who you agree with, who you don't. It's about how you carry yourself. It's about how you answer the questions. It's about your facial expressions. It's about how comfortable you make the viewer feel that you're on top of your game. That's what it's about. Hey, you can say things that everyone hates and disagrees with you, but if you say it in a manner that shows that you're confident about what you're saying, people are going to say, I don't agree with him, but you know what? Right. He's confident in what he's saying.
So does poised work at his advantage in terms of I don't come out swinging hard, or do I do what I've normally done these last 18
Daren,
months?
Here's one thing I'll never understand. It really gets under his skin when people point out that his daddy gave him money to start his business. Hillary Clinton just threw that grenade and he fell right on it. So you better believe all this week they are planning attack number 2. What's going to get under his skin? So if you're Kellyanne Conway, the campaign manager for Trump, you're saying, Mr. Trump, 1001, 1002, 1003. No matter what, don't let Hillary. He's so correct with the assessment in terms of the style, the finesse. How do you carry yourself? And Trump comes off your words as, I'm the man. Maybe you are, but when he's thrown off his game, he shows himself to be perhaps a pouting child. And that's the question of what's going to happen on Sunday.
It's like watching Rocky IV, and you saw Rocky IV, and then the Russian gets hit, and all of a sudden he gets
You're
cut.
aging
and you
yourself,
say, yes,
Daren,
there it
please.
is.
You're aging yourself.
You're right there
These
with
guys
me.
haven't seen Rocky IV, man.
They've seen Rocky
I
one,
don't
two,
remember
three.
which
Right. Gentlemen, we're leaving it on that. Just because of that, we're leaving it on that. Good to see you both.
Good to see you,
Thank you very
Ron.
much,
Thank
JC,
you.
Dominic. Good to
Thank
have you.
you.
All right.
Thank you.
Listen, we're taking a quick break, coming back with more show right after this. Who doesn't watch Rocky? We'll be right back.